So in this video, I want to talk about baby seats, how to take your kids, little kids with you on your bike. I have three kids and yeah, I was pretty active with all of them. My eldest one, I actually used a Topeak baby seat and it was good for her. She liked it. She came along, every day we went biking. But at the end of the day, these baby seats, they're not so great, and they're not so great for one simple reason. She's sitting right behind my back. I mean, all she could see is like my butt and my back. Literally, that was, my butt and my back were in the way of almost everything. And so essentially, she ended up sleeping every day. So I took her out, we went out and she was sleeping. And it was good. I mean, I'm not complaining about it, but it wasn't really that much fun. It was okay. It wasn't a lot of fun. And then we got this baby jogger and trailer. It was a two-in-one. It was like a duo. It's really nice. It was huge. It's like, nowadays the Chariot brand, it's Thule Chariot has kind of taken over the market. Well, I don't know if Baby Jogger still has them. Like they don't have a two-in-one, right? And that's important. So you can toolless just go from one to the other. So you can make it a stroller and trail. It's really nice to just be able to just pull the arm out, attach it to the bike, and be done with it. Anyway, that thing worked out so well because it was like party central. First of all, we use it as as a baby jogger. It was a baby jogger. And I trained for a marathon with it. It was just great. I took the kids with me, and it was really nice. The bearings were smooth. I mean, it was a really, really nice jogger, just the best jogger. And you take the front wheel off and just pull out the arm and you attach it to your bike, and then it's a trailer. It's beautiful. And it was huge, I mean, even for two kids. So what used to happen, it was just like a big party. I just go out and do the cycling, and the two kids would just go wild. They have a little party inside. And after a long ride, they just end up falling asleep on top of each other, beside each other, or whatever, inside of it. So overall, that was a big winner. I would say that that was a much better solution than the seat behind. So that was great. And I've seen these flimsy plastic seats in front that are just constantly rocking and in motion that parents put their kids in front of them. And I like the idea of having your child in front of you because when you have your child in front of you, the child's aware and awake and you can see stuff. Look at this, look at this. It's not just your butt and your back, right? It's kind of nice. But those things are so flimsy. I've seen them. They're physically all over the place. I mean, you want to keep your kids safe, and that just it's not going to work, right? And so this customer just, I was just talking to this customer who shared this Tyke Totter. I've never heard of it before. I've never heard of the Tyke Totter, but essentially it's a seat in front, but it's made out of steel, like tubular steel. Looks really good. It's not the plastic crap. It's minimalistic design. There's a place for the hands. There's, the foot pegs, I'm not so sure about, but I think they probably even work on our bikes. It's not clear. But it's nice to have these foot pegs because, if you have a stable place for your butt, your hands, and your feet, you're not going to go anywhere. And the parent's always going to protect the child because they're in front. So it's really nice. I really like this idea. I mean, I have to say that if I had like a little kid, little like 1-year-old, I mean, maybe 2-year-old, I would very seriously consider this Tyke Trotter. It's kind of neat. To be honest, my kids generally started on the Strider when they were that age, so it wasn't such a big deal that I would use that. But honestly, my youngest child, she refused to bike until she was 4. She just refused. I mean, she had a Strider before the day she was born, but she didn't start riding until she was 4. But eventually she got really good fast. She's an excellent rider. So neat. So yeah, I think the baby seat behind is kind of safe, but it's not really entertaining, for anybody. It's just kind of weird. I think the trailer behind is actually really cool. It's really, really nice. I had a lot of fun with that. myself, just watching the kids play. And it's honestly better with two kids than one. And the view for the kids is really great. You know, I mean, the baby jogger I had, I mean, it was so big. I had to be one of the biggest in the market. And they had windows on the sides and the front, rain flap, and just a windbreaker. And it was such a nice little setup. It's really, really good. I can't imagine chariots are bigger than that. That thing was huge. It was tremendous, I would say. And then, this tight trotter is an interesting play for the littler kids, and and it's fast because that's the one thing. It's a minimalistic design, right? So it's a lot lighter than the baby seat you can carry behind you. A lot less resistance, I would say, as well. Possibly not so much wind resistance, but possibly. The orientation is really nice in front. But honestly, the orientation behind is pretty good too, other than the whole contraption that they put with the rack. And but there's a lot of drag with these trailers. Those things are kind of a dog. And also safety is an issue. Like we lived in a very safe neighborhood where no one's going to run us over. And it was like a 5, 6 mile loop. 4 or 5 mile loop, I would actually, yeah, 4 or 5 mile loop around the entire neighborhood. So I had solid cycling that was safe. And so these trailers are pretty wide. So you got to make sure that your child's going to be safe. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it.